WINS is a Microsoft Name Resolution Service used primarily in Windows-based networks to map NetBIOS names to IP addresses. It was commonly used in Windows NT, Windows 2000, and earlier versions of Windows for networks that still relied on the NetBIOS over TCP/IP protocol. WINS allows clients to resolve NetBIOS names to IP addresses, similar to how DNS resolves domain names to IP addresses. WINS servers maintain a dynamic database of these mappings, allowing devices on the network to locate each other. Computers register their NetBIOS names with the WINS server when they start up and renew their registration periodically. WINS servers can replicate data with other WINS servers, providing redundancy and ensuring up-to-date name resolution across larger networks. Before the widespread use of DNS for all network name resolution, WINS was the preferred method for resolving NetBIOS names to IP addresses, especially in local area networks. WINS was particularly useful in environments where legacy applications or older Windows operating systems needed to communicate over a network. As DNS became more widely adopted, WINS was gradually phased out. Today, WINS is considered obsolete and is rarely used in modern networks, as most name resolution is handled by DNS. UNC is a standard for identifying network resources by using a uniform naming convention. It allows computers to access shared resources over a network without needing to know the underlying server's IP address. A UNC path typically follows the format outsource server named shared resource path or TUP file. UNC paths allow users to access network shares such as file servers, printers, or other shared resources by hostname or IP address, rather than relying on mapped network drives or static IP addresses. In a network, you can use UNC paths to access shared folders or files. For example, JIT file server documents report. docx accesses the report.docx file in the documents folder on the file server. UNC paths eliminate the need for mapping network drives, making access to resources more flexible. UNC is supported across various Windows versions and can also be used with other operating systems that support SMB CFS protocols. A UNC path remains consistent regardless of where the system is in the network. Users can type a UNC path into Windows Explorer to access a shared directory or access a shared printer using a UNC path like n.printserver.do.printer1. WINS was used in legacy Windows networks for resolving NetBIOS names to IP addresses. It has been largely replaced by DNS, which now handles both domain name and name resolution for modern networks. UNC is a standardized way to access network resources such as shared files, printers, and other resources via network paths. It simplifies network resource access without requiring IP addresses or mapped drives.